If you're looking for a fantastic clone of Azzaro Wanted, you definitely have to try Arabian Aroma's Azzaro Wanted. I'm talking about Azzaro Wanted, not Azzaro Wanted by Night. I do not own Azzaro Wanted. I own the Azzaro Wanted by Night, which is kind of similar to Azzaro Wanted, but this one has a little more depth to it. But they have the same DNA. So this one is a fantastic release, guys, by Arabian Aroma. If you remember my previous video on Versace Dylan Blue, which I mentioned that it's as good as the original Versace, but with better performance, this is also something of a similar standard. Okay, so stay tuned to watch in detail. What's up, guys? This is Yasser. Welcome back to my channel. You're watching Yasser's Fit Frag, and today I'm going to talk about another 5 new releases from Arabian Aroma. Some of their blends are absolutely fantastic, guys. Absolutely fantastic. I'm not praising all of them, but some of them are absolutely fantastic. You have to watch my video on Dylan Blue. I'll put the link up on the screen or in the video description box. Their Versace Dylan Blue is top notch. Their Sidrat Boise is also great, one of the best that I've tried. Their Parfums de Mali Layton is also one of the best that I've tried. And today I'm gonna praise Azzaro Wanted. Okay, this is how the bottle looks. These are 30 ml exceptional extrait de parfum, which means more than 35% oil concentration. You can also choose the 50 ml. The 50 ml and 30 ml are priced the same, just that the 30 ml has additional oil concentration to give it more depth and performance. In case you do not remember their presentation box, this is how their presentation box looks like. It says Arabian Aroma and all the other details here. You can find the other details here as well, but they don't really mention the name of the fragrance on the box because that you can see it here on the bottle at the side. The back is pretty plain, the cap is simple. The 50 ml bottle looks slightly different, but it's all about the concentration level. So let's get started with Azzaro Wanted. Like I said, this is the best clone of Azzaro Wanted that I've tried. If you remember my video on Pandora Sense Wayfarer, which is known to be an inspired version of Azzaro Wanted by Night, this definitely for that price is a good clone of Azzaro Wanted by Night, but the dry down has a little bit of that synthetic feel, but I don't really want to complain about it because that sells around 1,300 for that price. If you compare a fragrance that is 4,500 to 5,000, you definitely have to appreciate it. But the best part is Arabian Aroma blend, I did not feel that synthetic feel at all. Okay, that's the best part. Even the Versace Dylan Blue, the ambroxan note was fantastic. So if I have to compare this with this, I would say the quality is better here. Okay, because I did not get that synthetic feel in the dry down or in the opening. Opening itself is fantastic. It has that beautiful orange and ginger, and in the mid you get some sort of that benzoin, and in the late dry down you get that tonka sweetness along with amberwood. This is a fantastic release, guys. I absolutely love it. If you like sweet fragrances, you definitely have to check this one out. This is priced around 680 for a 30 ml or for a 50 ml, depending on what oil concentration you need. But if you like sweet fragrances, I'm not a huge fan of sweet fragrances, but in the winters, I do use some of the sweet fragrances, likes of Azzaro Wanted by Night as well, which is fantastic. I'm not comparing this with this one. This, of course, has a little bit of difference because Wanted by Night is a little different from plain Wanted, though they have the similar DNA. But if you're looking for plain Azzaro Wanted, this is definitely a must try if you like sweet fragrances for the winters. The performance is decent, 2 hours of projection and 7 to 8 hours of lasting. Okay. At number 2 is another fantastic release because I've tried Green Irish Tweed from many clone makers, but this one is the best out there. And I'm being very honest because Green Irish Tweed is known to have that similarities with Davidoff Cool Water, which many people say, but the clones that I've tried till now did not really have the feel of Davidoff Cool Water. This definitely has that feel with that added green notes on top. To put it in simple, this smells with those green accords, slightly spicy green leaf in the opening, and as and when it dries down, let's say after 1 hour, it smells very similar to Davidoff Cool Water along with that green accords. Another fantastic release only because all the clones that I've tried till date did not match this quality, guys. Now, in my eyes, this is the best clone of Green Irish Tweed again. Performance is pretty decent, 2 hours of projection, 6 to 7 hours of lasting. But after 6 hours, the base note still went on and on and on, and I could sense it for 10 hours. Okay, only the base note. Now, don't be judgmental about my statement. You can consider it as 6 hours, but the base note went on and on till 10 hours. Okay, fantastic release again. At number 3 is Acqua di Gio Profondo. I wouldn't call this as the closest clone. Again, I'm being very honest. I've praised the first two. I'm praising this not because it's the closest. If you do not know what Acqua di Gio Profondo looks like, it looks very similar to this, but this is Profumo. The Profondo has a deep blue colored bottle, which again smells similar to this, but with less patchouli and incense, more aquatic. This, in the first 2 hours, does not smell like Acqua di Gio DNA, but it smells more like the fusion of Allure Sport. There is a bit of Dylan Blue, and then there is a bit of Acqua di Gio DNA as well. So the first 2 hours, it's like a fusion of all these three, but after 2 hours, the dry down smells almost similar like Acqua di Gio Profondo. I would say about 80%. But the reason why I'm praising this is because though it does not smell similar to Acqua di Gio Profondo in the first 2 hours, the quality of blending is still fantastic, guys. I would still recommend this one. You have to try this one because this smells fantastic to me, though it does not match well with the original for the first 2 hours. Again, the performance is brilliant here, 2 to 3 hours of projection, airy projection, okay, because this is an aquatic ambroxan based fragrance. So after 2 hours, it's more of that airy kind of projection, but I could sense that ambroxan projection even in the third and fourth hour. The woody and musk note in the base went on and on till 9 to 10 hours, guys. Now, most of the people who are not used to testing fragrances may not sense the projection after 3 or 4 hours. But if you can pick up that musk and woody base along with that ambroxan, this actually smells for 9 to 10 hours, guys. So if you're good at testing fragrances and if you know how a perfume lasts, you will still sense it for 9 to 10 hours. I'm talking about the base note, musk, woody, and that ambroxan. Fantastic release again. I would still recommend this one. Don't buy it because it's the closest, but buy it because it smells fantastic. After 2 hours, you would still feel about 80% close to the original Acqua di Gio Profondo. Now, the last two are not my absolute favorites, but again, for the price, I would still say they are done very well. This again, the Acqua di Gio Profondo again costs around 700. At number 4 is Paco Rabanne Invictus. The reason why I'm not praising it is because Invictus has been cloned for many years now, so I kind of find it boring. But if you still like the Invictus DNA, because the Invictus DNA is known to be 100% crowd pleaser, especially from women. Not that guys hate it, but if you are used to using different kind of fragrances, you might find it boring. Just like me, I find it boring. But again, this is about 80 to 85% close. Just that you won't get that ambroxan aquatic projection which the original gives, but it is still fantastic. It is about 80 to 85% close, has that same Invictus DNA, some fruity accord, some aquatic accord. And for the price of 650, this is a no-brainer, guys. Whether you take 50 ml or 30 ml, it is 650, and for this price, it is done fantastic. Performance pretty decent, 1.5 hours of projection, 6 to 7 hours of lasting. At number 5 is Allure Home Sport, not the extreme version, but again, the extreme version and the plain Allure Home Sport do not have much of a difference. So this is the inspired version of Allure Home Sport, which is known to have that nice citrus, aldehyde, and some pepper in the opening. The pepper is a little rough in this. I wouldn't really say that the quality matches with the original because the original cost around 10,000. But for this price again, which costs around 650, this is a no-brainer again. But I'm again bored with Allure Home Sport because there are a lot of clones. But I would definitely say that this also is done well for 650. No brainer, guys. This is worth the price. So if you're looking for Allure Home Sport inspired version for a budget, you definitely can check this one out. Performance is again pretty decent, 1.5 hours of projection, 6 to 7 hours of lasting. So these were the 5 that I had to review in this particular video. I would definitely recommend the first 3 which I mentioned. You definitely have to check it out if you're looking for budget fragrances with good quality. Okay, so that's about it. Let me know in case you've tried any of these. Comment down in the comment section. See you next time soon. Cheers.